Alright guys, welcome back. We have another question from chapter 4, and this question we need to replace the three forces that are acting on the shaft by one single force, and we need to specify where the force acts, and we need to specify the distance from point A. So all we need to do at the end is we will have, if we consider this rod, we'll have one single force that has the magnitude of, let's say, Fr. And if this point is 8, we need to show what's the x or the distance from point A. So basically this one single force can replace the whole system that you're seeing in this shaft. Before we start, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and let me know if you have any specific problem from the 3 textbooks that we're covering in the channel, and I can go through those problems in the next videos. And let's get started. So the first thing that we need to find is to Fr, and for that we need to find the sum of all forces. Let's consider the positive side for our x and y in this direction, and we can go with sum of all forces in x and y direction. So we'll start with the sum of all forces in x. Let's see what we have for x. So the first force in x direction is the 500-pound force, and if we want to go with the x direction, first of all we know this will be our x and this will be our y. So the x will be minus 500 times cosine of this angle that we have in here, and since we have these dimensions in the question regarding the angle, we know for finding the x component we will have the cosine of alpha, which will be 4 over 5. So this angle in here will be alpha 2, which the cosine will be 4 divided by 5. So the second one, the 200 pounds force, obviously is in y direction, so they won't have any, so it wouldn't have any x component. And last one is the 260, which this will be the x component. Again, it will be positive, and if this time we call this angle, let's say beta, this will be beta 2. And again, we have the cosine of beta, which will be 5 over the hypotenuse, which is 13. So that would be everything for the x component. And if we calculate this, we'll get minus 300 pounds. And the negative sign show the direction of to the left. Let's move on to the Fy. So let's go with the 500 again. This time we'll have again the force is negative since it's downward, and this time we'll have the sine of alpha, which will be 3 divided by 5. And we have the 200 force downward, which is minus 200, and this will be the y component of the 260, which is also downward, so negative. And this time we'll have the sine of beta, which will be 12 over 13. And that would be everything for the y. And if we calculate this, we'll get minus 740 pounds, and the negative sign shows the direction downward. So if we want to find the Fr that we were looking for, we'll have the square root of fx squared plus fy squared, and we'll have minus 300 squared plus 740 squared, and this would give us 798 pounds. And if we want to find the angle, so basically what we had, this was our fx, which was minus 300, and this will be our fy, which is minus 740. So this will be our Fr. And if we want to calculate this angle, let's call it theta. So theta will be tangent reverse of this side, which is minus 740 over minus 300. And we can find that theta 67.9 degrees. And if we want to show the Fr as a final answer, we'll have 798, and the angle will be this angle right here, which is 67.9. So that would be the answer for the first part of the question, which we need to find the resultant force, a single force that can represent all the forces that we have in this question. And in the second part, we need to specify the distance of this force from point A, which is the x that we were looking for. So all we need to do is to go with the moment of each of these three forces about point A, and at the end we know that moment will be equal to moment of Fr about point A. So I'm just gonna clean up everything and we can go with the moment part. So far we found the Fr, which was 798 pounds, and this will be the angle 67.9. Now let's move on to the moment of all these forces about point A. As always, we're going to call counterclockwise positive, and so I'm just gonna show. So from here we found that Fr actually has both x and y components. So if we want to show our our Fr would be something like this, and let's call this distance x. And if I want to show the x and y component of Fr, so this will be Fry and this will be Fr. So at the end of this, the moment of all these forces in here will be the same as moment of Fr about point A. So for finding the moment, we're going to use the 2D shortcut that we covered in the previous videos. I'm going to put the link in the description below. You guys feel free to check that video out. And basically what we need to do for that 2D shortcut is to find the force and the vertical distance to the line of action of the force. So in here, we know that the Frx won't make any moment about point A. So we only have the moment of the y component. And since the moment is in this direction, it will be counterclockwise. So we have a positive moment, and we already found the y component 740 from the previous part, and we call the distance x, and this will be equal to the moment of all the three forces that we can see in here. We have the same thing for all of these three forces. We only have the moment of the y component, which is for 500 this one, 200 is already only y component, and the 260 will be only this component. So as we can see, all of these moments are counterclockwise about point A, so it will be positive. But let's start with the 500 force. So we will have the 500, and the y component, as I was saying, will be the sine of alpha, which will be 3/5, and the vertical distance is this distance in here, which is 5. So the 200 is already only y component. The distance is 5 plus 3, and the last one is the moment of the 260 Newton force, and it will be the sine of beta, which will be 12 divided by 13, and the distance will be this time 5 plus 3 plus 2, which is 10. So this will be 8 and this will be 10, and we know this is equal to 740 times x. We only have one unknown in here, which is x, and from here we can find x, which is 7.43 foot, and that would be the second part of the question, which we need to find the location of the force that is acting, the location of the force from point A. And that would be all for this question. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel and share this content with your friend that might find this helpful. You guys take care, and I'll see you in the next one.